have the current market update for Maxeon Solar Technologies Limited, stock ticker MAXN. So as we can see here, the stock is trading under a slight bit of selling pressure into the end of the trading session. However, what we do need to keep in mind here is the fact that the broader stock market at this point really is also trading under a fair amount of selling pressure here. We're talking major names here like NVIDIA, Meta Platforms. Stocks like this have had a tremendous amount of difficulty in gaining traction over the last few weeks. So it's not totally surprising that we would see a bit of downside price action here in Maxeon Solar as well. It's just a lot of selling pressure that's currently active in the market, and it's a bit difficult for individual stocks to sort of overcome this price action with the way that within this current context with the way things currently are. So we do have to remember that for the most part this week, we do have some very important earnings reports that will be coming from some of these mega cap Mag 7 companies. So this is something that could continue to weigh on the stock if we do see some negative earnings results. In particular, what we're dealing with here will be quarterly earnings releases from Microsoft, Apple, Meta Platforms, which is the parent company for Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp. And then also Amazon.com will also be releasing earnings this week. So, this is a lot of information that the market has to sort of digest and understand. And if we don't see positive earnings results here, it does suggest that we could see some further downside pressure in some of these small cap stocks. So currently, what I would be pointing to as far as Maxeon Solar Technologies is concerned, I would first look at this dominant price move that we've seen recently to the top side, because the stock has been showing some gains here. So in particular, what this means is, we have to go back to the lows from July 30th, which we're seeing at roughly, let's get an exact number here. The lows would have come in at 17.7 cents, roughly just above 17.7. And then we have to extend this price move all the way to these later highs, which came during the same trading session, which posted at just at 18.6 cents. So we are seeing a positive price move here, and then a slow sort of descent here lower as the trading session sort of came to an end. Overall, I'm not completely concerned about this at the moment because, it's not as if we saw a positive trading day within the broader market. I mean, if we did, and then we're still seeing declines here, then there would be a bit more cause for concern. But we have not been seeing that. That is not what has been going on. Really for the last 2 or 3 weeks. For the last 2 or 3 weeks, we have seen a fair amount of selling pressure, within the market as a whole, and a lot of the selling pressure has been directed at the technology sector as well. So these are very significant price moves that we've been seeing in names like Microsoft and NVIDIA and Apple, and it does mean that it's much harder for these small cap stocks to sort of gain some traction here and rally higher when there's so much other selling pressure in the market. Currently, what we can see is that the stock is sort of grinding through its 61.8% Fibonacci retracement. As we can see, we just now moved below this level. This level currently comes in just above the 18 cents mark. This looks like we will be seeing, a bit of a negative close here into the final parts of the trading session. In addition to that, we do have to sort of point out the indicator reading here as well, because there is some positive, some important information here as well. So in particular, we can point to, the reading in the relative strength index, which is the purple line at the bottom of this chart here. And we can see that there is a bit of a negative trend here, which does suggest that negative momentum is starting. This really began at these prior highs that I just mentioned here at 18.6 cents. So we are seeing a bit of a decline here into the end of the trading session. All of that said, however, we also need to point out the fact that The indicator reading itself is now falling into oversold territory already. I mean, we haven't even reached these prior lows yet, and we are currently seeing that the relative strength index has actually moved below the 15 mark. This wouldn't be considered extreme territory just yet, but we're on the way to reaching that level. Essentially, anything below the 30 mark would suggest that the market is trading within oversold conditions. Anything below the 10 mark would suggest that markets are trading now in extremely oversold conditions. So we're not quite there yet, but we are sort of fast approaching that type of area, given the fact that we're now trading below the 15 mark. Overall, what this tells us is that, it doesn't even take, we don't even need to fall back toward the prior lows in order to reach oversold territory. So this is an encouraging signal because it does suggest that, we will need to start to see a bounce here before we reach these prior lows. The type of condition that would create inevitably then would be a series of higher lows. Like as long as these conditions continue, we would be seeing a series of higher lows, and this is the beginning of a reversal period within a downtrend or the beginning of an uptrend. So if we go back in the chart history here and we sort of look at this stock from a longer term viewpoint, we can see that is going to be important within this current context that we're dealing with for this stock. Because for the most part, we have seen some fairly significant declines here over time. Overall, I understand that there are a lot of people with positions that are currently trading underwater. And we do need to start to identify potential price zones here to reconstruct these positions and allow these positions to start making gains here in the event that we do start to see a significant reversal point here to the top side. So currently, these are the levels that I'm watching. Some of these levels are going to be very important in the week ahead, given the fact that we do have so many earnings results that are going to be posted within the technology sector. So these are scenarios that could create an increase in volatility, and we will probably need to see some positive results here in order to start to see these stock prices move higher. So here's the current market outlook for Maxeon Solar Technologies Limited, stock ticker MAXN. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.